Ask if you've had discussions with NBN Co about providing any of their data, such as the monthly Ready for Service report on data.gov.au.
No, but I'm happy to undertake to do that.
That would be great.
I think, as a general point, there is quite a lot of data locked up inside NBN Co that could be made more accessible. I think we've made good progress towards that in a number of areas. But yes, those statistical records, I see no reason why they wouldn't be linked. Remember, data.gov in many cases is simply providing a link to a primary source. It's a good suggestion. I'm happy to follow up.
It would be very worthwhile because it's been difficult to get access to that data as I understand it. Are you familiar with the website myNBN? And I want to ask if that's an example of the kind of use of government data that the open data strategy is designed to support.
myNBN is one of the department's websites, and very familiar with it.
Can I? Yeah, good. Thank you.
And indeed, the underlying data sets in it are available on data.gov. We released. Now, I'm not going to get the numbers right, but it was the tens of thousands of geographies, the areas for which we classified broadband availability and quality. That data we posted on data.gov soon after the release of the website.
I refer to estimates questions on notice number 80 from NBN Co. NBN Co has refused to provide the committee with copies of the weekly program summary reports and the monthly Ready for Service reports. Is this decision by NBN Co, clearly from your remarks, it wouldn't necessarily be consistent with government policy on open data?
Well, we'd have to go back into exactly what the reasons behind NBN Co's position as you've represented is, and I don't have the officers with me to assist you on that question, Senator.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'd have to take it on notice.
No, I understand that, because you indicated that, should that data be available, that you'd like to see it reported, but
there is
we've had trouble getting hold of it.
No, there is a bias towards transparency, and the question is, but a bias towards transparency doesn't mean throwing the doors open to absolutely everything. There are often privacy, commercial or operational reasons that get in the way of it. I'd have to go back
or political
and look
ones
at that.
sometimes. In the same question, NBN Co didn't directly answer the question of why NBN Co is less transparent in its data than Telstra is, for example. And I'd like to know if the department's raised this with NBN Co in relation to NBN Co's approach to data transparency.
Did NBN Co accept the proposition that they were less transparent than Telstra?
Well, they're not revealing the same information that Telstra is. So no, I think they just argue the point that they're not going to reveal the data.
Again, Senator, I think I'd need to look very closely at the specific data sets and background of that question. And the issue about a government-owned monopoly operating in a competitive market is always
indeed
sensitive, and what information the privately owned competitors choose to publish and what information it is appropriate for the government business to publish is a complex question. And I'd rather not speculate on the background of that.
Yes, I guess that government-owned enterprises, there's no reason why they shouldn't have the same obligations as privately owned ones.
Well, the privately owned ones don't have an obligation to open data. The government-owned ones have an obligation to open data unless there is a good reason not to.
Well, will you endeavour to find out if there is a good reason not to?
I'm happy to take that on notice, Senator.
Thank you.